Welcome to the Phone Burner Training. This is the Don't Be Complicated training series. I am your host, Jeff Osnes. If you need to reach out to me, send me an email, jeff@phoneburner.com. And today's topic, we're going to talk about the Contact Manager layouts. So let's click on Contacts. The Contact Manager layouts refers to how the contact details are displayed when looking at a list of contacts or looking at a grid of contacts. The default Contact Manager layout is what you see when you load any one of your folders or if you do a search. Now there may be cases where you want to be able to control what is visible in this grid, and you can actually create custom Contact Manager layouts, and you can assign those custom Contact Manager layouts to individual folders as well as save searches. So let's talk about how to create a custom Contact Manager layout and assign it to a folder and a save search. So to do this, we're going to click on the little gear wheel in the upper right hand portion of the page, and we're going to select Contact Manager Layouts. If you've created any Contact Manager layouts already, you will see them listed here. From here, you can preview them. If you're a team leader, you can share them with your organization. You can edit them. You can make a copy of them. You can also make it the default for your account. So all folders, unless otherwise assigned, will see that custom layout. We'll use that custom layout. However, in this example, I want to start from scratch. So we're going to click on the Add New Layout button, and we're going to give this layout a name. Now you may want to create different layouts for different types of contacts. Here at Phone Burner, we have different types of users. We have individual users, so they only have one account, and we have enterprise accounts. These are accounts with multiple seats. So with these two different types of contacts, I may want to see different details when I'm looking at the list of contacts. So I want to create a custom layout for my enterprise contacts. So I'm going to type in enterprise, and then I'm going to click save. Now I've got this new enterprise layout. It's not assigned to any folder, and now that I've got it created, I need to actually go in and edit it to decide what needs to be displayed. So I'm going to click on the little pencil and paper here to edit the layout. On this page, the upper section here is going to allow me to choose what I want displayed in the grid. So by default, it's set up with 3 columns of data and 1 row of data. It's got name, email address, and phone number. Down below this, I've got the example display. This will show me what it's going to look like when I'm looking at a list of contacts. So right now it just has name, email address, and phone number. Now in this particular example, I'm creating a layout for my enterprise contacts. So these are going to be contacts that have company names, employee size, things like that. I'm going to want to see name and company on the left-hand side. So I don't mind having name up at the top, but I do want to have company on the left-hand side. So I'm going to create another row. Once that row is created, I'm going to have these 3 new empty slots. So I'm going to edit this empty slot, and I'm going to choose the data point that I want visible in that spot. So I'm going to choose my custom field company name. I can have the system put in some default data. So I'm going to put in no company name. So when I'm looking at the grid of contacts, if I don't have the company name in there, I'll be able to see that. Column span, I'm going to leave this set to just 1 and save. This next empty space, I'm going to go ahead and edit this one. I'm going to select the number of employees. In this particular case, I'm going to put X, because if I don't know the total number of employees, I don't want to see any number in there. So I'm going to put an X in there. I'm going to leave this to column span of 1 and save. Now I'm going to edit this empty space. I may also want to see the next time I'm scheduled to follow up with them. So I'm going to select follow up. In my default text, I may want to have set to not scheduled. So if there's no specific date to follow up with them, it'll be set to not scheduled. And I'm going to leave it set to span just 1 column, and we'll save. Now so far I just have 3 columns of data. If I want to add another column of data, I just click on this plus button here, and that's going to add another column of data. So now I've got 2 empty spaces here. So I'm going to take this top one, and I'm going to edit it. And in this particular case, I want to see when the last time I called them. So I'm going to select last call. I'm not going to worry about the default. Column span is 1, and save. And then below that one, I'm going to edit this empty space. And on this one, I may want to see whether or not they have signed a contract with us. I'm going to leave the default empty, column span 1, and save. Now there's a few more things that I still want to have listed here, so I'm going to add another row of data. For example, I want name, company, and I want his title, so I'm going to click on Edit. The data point is going to be job title, column span 1, and save. So now I'm going to edit this empty space. Another thing I would like to see are any tags associated with the contact. So I'm going to select the tags option and save. In this next empty space, I think I want to see the folder that the contact is currently in. So I'm going to select folder, leave everything alone, and save. And then the last field, I want to see when I added them to the system. So I'm going to select date added and save. So now when I'm looking at a list of contacts, I'm going to see their name, what company they're with, their email address, number of employees, any tags associated with them. I'll see their phone number. If I have anything scheduled with them, their folder. I'll also see when they were last called, if they've signed a contract, and the date they were added. Now there's one last thing that I want to add to this list. I'm going to go ahead and add a new row. I'm going to edit this first empty space. And the last thing I want to add is notes. I want to see the notes when I'm looking at the grid. So I select that, and you'll see a note pops up here that says the notes field is best viewed in more than one column. So I'm going to change the column span to span all 4 columns, and then I'm going to save it. So now you'll see this new row of data spans all the way across. I can't edit any of these other fields because notes goes all the way across. So now we've created a nice layout so that I can view my enterprise contacts. Now I need to assign this layout to either a specific folder or group of folders or a saved search. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to go back to Contact Manager Layouts. We're going to see that the enterprise layout is currently not assigned to any folders, so I'm going to click on the Assign link. That'll take me to my Manage Folders page. On the Manage Folders page, you'll see my enterprise folder. Under the Layout column, it's currently set to default, so I'm going to click on that so I can edit it. Then I'm going to change it from default to enterprise. Then click on the little check button to save it. Now I've got my enterprise folder set up to use my enterprise layout. Now let's go check it out. So we're going to go to Contacts, and here we are in the Contact Manager looking at our enterprise folder, and now you can see this layout has been changed to match what we've selected. So we've got their name, email address if we have it, phone number, last time we called them, company, title, notes, number of employees, any tags. We've got the folder they're in, our next follow-up date. We also see if they've signed a contract and when they were added to our system. With these custom layouts, we can have the information we need at our fingertips. If we look down at some of the other contacts, we'll see here this one doesn't have a company, so it says no company. We don't know the employee size, so it has X. So it's got that default data in there that we had selected. If we didn't assign any default data, it's just blank. Now one other thing before we close out this training, I want to show you how you can assign a custom Contact Manager layout to a search. So if we go up to the top here, we're going to go to the Advanced Search section. We want to do a search for all of our contacts that have the Enterprise tag and the Demo tag, and we want to search only in our Enterprise folder. So we're going to do a search for contacts in the Enterprise folder with the Enterprise tag and the Demo tag. And then the next thing we need to do is the Contact Manager Layout drop-down. We want to select the layout that we want to view these contacts in. Now before we do the search, if this is a search that we plan on doing consistently or regularly, you may want to save the search. So we could save this as an enterprise demo, and then we're going to go ahead and hit the search button. So once we complete that search, we're going to get a list of all of our contacts that fit that criteria with this layout. And if you save this search, you'll be able to quickly access this save search again using the Save Searches option on the left-hand side below the list of folders. So you'll see right now we are currently looking at the Save Search Enterprise Demo. And the nice thing about Save Searches is as you update contacts throughout your workday, throughout your dial sessions that fit the criteria, the next time you come back to that Save Search, it's going to show you updated contacts based off of those that either now qualify or no longer qualify. And so that's a quick little overview of how to use the Custom Contact Manager Layouts feature within PhoneBurner. Once again, PhoneBurner has 2 account levels, a 7.5-hour plan, which is $67.50 a month, and an unlimited plan, which is $149 a month. If you're looking for multiple users, we do offer discounts based off the total number of users you have. So just let me know how many accounts you're looking for and I'll help you get set up and get you that pricing. If you don't have a PhoneBurner account, you need to go get one today. You can do that by going to phoneburner.biz, and happy dialing.